So, when we last saw our heroes, the crystal ban list had been deleted, and now the Empire is about to be sworn by shit posters. And AJ's like, okay, who's got moderator privileges here? And Celestia's like, well, technically me and Luna did, but when Sombra took over, he changed the password on the account and on our email, so we can't really do anything. I mean, we've been meaning to get in contact with Google about it, but we just kind of never got around to it, you know? And AJ's like, dude, are you guys just completely incompetent? And Celestia's like, I'm not gonna answer that question, but don't worry, because there's one thing we can do. Yeah? And what's that? We're gonna argue with the commenters. And Twice like, okay, you guys go do that. We'll stay here and figure out an actual solution. And so AJ waits until they're out of earshot, and she's like, yo, Twilight, I know you love Celestia. I mean, we all do. She's a very nice lady and I respect her immensely, but I think she might be a fucking idiot. And Twilight's like, dude, just don't do this right now, okay? So, meanwhile, these two are still trying to be friends again, and finally Sunburst is like, dude, Starlight, I know we were friends back when we were kids, and that Nalicorn princess wants us to patch things up and be chill again or whatever, but like, I've got my life and being a huge nerd to worry about, and I'm sure you've got your own bullshit to deal with, so, we could just, not do this. And Glimmy's like, oh my god, dude, I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, totally. Let's just not. I mean, I will add you on Facebook, but, other than that, peace out and have a nice life. And Spike's like, Starlight, what the fuck was that? And she's like, well, he obviously doesn't give a fuck, and I pretended to feel the same way because despite how much I hate myself, for some reason, I still have a massive ego. So what, you're just gonna completely bitch out like that? Oh, Spike, one day when you're an adult, you'll understand how easy and useful it is to convince yourself that giving up is an accomplishment. And Spike's like, dude, I guess you don't know, but I'm a legal adult, bro. Twilight hatched me when she was like 5. Wait, but she said you were a baby dragon. Yeah, because dragons live for like 1,000 years, man. And Glimmy's like, oh, well, now I feel really weird about that time I gave you belly rubs. And he's like, dude, you think that was weird for you? Turned my dick into a curtain rod and then you just left. Anyway, that's not the point, although we should talk about that later. The point is right now, Sunburst is probably doing exactly what I did after that belly rub, crying and masturbating. Obviously he wants to be friends, but you guys are both too autistic and terrified of rejection to even try. And Glimm's just like, whatever, dude, fuck you. Let's find Twilight and go home so I can do it too. I've been horny since the beginning of part 1, and now I'm fucking depressed too. So Dash, Fluttershy, and AJ are trying to tell the Crystal Ponies that everything's about to go to hell and they should get back inside now, but apparently they've forgotten how to communicate concepts. Also, this chick looks like she's about 70 years old, but sounds like she's 20. That shit's fucking freaky, man. Anyway, Glims and Spike realize something's wrong, so they find the others, and Glimmy's like, so, what's going on? And Punk's like, you want the long version or the short version? The short one, I guess? Shit's fucked. Oh, well, yeah, that's definitely not an optimal situation. And Twi's like, dude, wait, I think I can fix this. Nope, it's fucked. And Candy's like, yo, Starlight, if you know some random dude who lives really close by and just happens to be a genius who can magically unfuck our situation, feel free to go get him. I'm just saying. And Glimmy's like, actually, now that you mention it. And Princess Twiggles is like, Spike, go with her. I don't need you anymore. So Glimmy goes back to Sunburst's place and he's just been beating off and sobbing ever since she left. And he's like, dude, I'm so sorry we lost touch after I went to magic school. I hope it didn't mess you up emotionally or anything. And Glimmy's like, oh, no. And Spike's like, dude, you fucking damaged her. She started a cult and then tried to destroy the world. And Sunburst is like, wow, I really hate myself. And Glimmy's like, dude, I fucking hate myself too. But look, shit's fucked, and if we don't set aside our angsty personal bullshit and do something to save the Crystal Empire, we're gonna hate ourselves so much more. Seriously, let's be decent people for once and do everything we can to help, and if we fuck this up, we can just kill ourselves. And Sunburst's like, you know what? That sounds good to me. And Spike's like, was that a joke, or did you guys seriously just make a suicide pact? Meanwhile, the OG diarchy is still fighting with commenters, and Celestia's like, god damn it, I'm running out of cogent arguments. And Luna's like, wait, you're legitimately trying to argue with them? I'm just posting Bane, bro. So Sunburst, being the smart motherfucker he is, realizes they can just use Celestia's old cell phone that's still connected connected to her email account to change the password on the crystal heart. Then they use 3 Alicorn authentication to log back in and turn off comments. Then he puts a copyright claim on the old god's channel so that all their souls, including the babies, go to him. And a few rituals and a blood sacrifice later, the loin biscuit from hell is now a normal child. Sort of. So everything's fine, and Twilight's parents show up and they're like, wow, there was some crazy stuff going on outside. Did something happen? And Shiny and Candy just don't say anything about it and give each other these knowing looks like it's some kind of inside joke. I mean, one of the biggest cities in Equestria almost got destroyed. They're gonna see this in the paper tomorrow and be like, what the fuck, you guys? Why didn't you tell us? And so Sunburst is like, Starlight, it was really great to see you, and I actually feel like we're friends again. And Glimmy's like, oh, Sunburst, you better come visit me this time. And if you don't, I'll cut off your dick and kill your parents. So they're on the train home, and Twilight finally realizes that she has to back off and let Glimmy learn stuff on her own rather than trying to jam friendship up her tailpipe. And she's like, I don't get it, Spike. Everything used to be so simple. Me and my friends were the good guys, we'd kick the bad guy's ass, and that was that. Now it's like, the biggest problems in my life are being a responsible teacher and helping my brother take care of his kid. And Spike's like, yeah, dude, that's called being an adult. Well, it's shitty. Yep, but at least at the end of it, we get to die. Spike, I'm an alicorn. I might be immortal. Oh shit, dude, you're right. That fucking sucks. I can't wait for the